Yo. What's good, y'all, man? We got the updates, complaint, John Major first court appearance, and KANG recast report. So, hey, like it or sub, hit the bell, man. We got some news right here, though, man, for John the Major. So, hey, let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. Like it up, sub. Yeah, KANG recast? Question mark.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, you may not have been aware, but today was the first court date regarding Jonathan Major's alleged assault case stemming from months ago, and I knew better than to make a big deal of it here at the channel. I know people were going to hear court date and think everything was going to be resolved today, and in fact, it was not. However, we are going to break down exactly what happened during the proceedings and let you know where this stands as we now head into waiting for another whole month for the next one. We're breaking it all down. Jonathan Major's first
So it's another court date.
Court date and what exactly happened regarding, again, that alleged assault charge from months ago. Quick
Swap to the
we do daily Marvel content on the channel. That's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. We just announced a brand new winner days ago. Again, all you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment on this video. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So we're doing this report today via Variety, who broke the headline, Jonathan Majors appears via Zoom for assault case hearing, next court date set for June, where they go on to report, quote, Jonathan Majors appeared...
Oh, another one is to June. Okay, another month.
Manhattan court on Tuesday morning via Zoom regarding the status of his ongoing assault case. In a brief conference, which was automatically set 6 weeks ago after his initial court appearance, Judge Rachel S. Pauley discussed a motion filed by Major's defense team that the prosecution has until May 23rd to respond to. Then the defense will have until May 31st to respond back. Majors needs to appear in court on June 13th, so that's the next court date, when a decision will be made regarding that motion. If he fails to show up in person, a warrant can be issued for his arrest within 48 hours.
Oh, yeah, because he didn't show up to court type
shit. The judge added, she went on to say, quote, I obviously don't want that to happen, so stay in touch with your attorney. It's also extremely important to note, and this coming from the Hollywood Reporter, quote, as Jonathan Majors appeared virtually on Tuesday in a status conference in connection with the assault and harassment charges, the DA introduced new details into the complaint, which the actors... Did
you miss me?
You've been in my life for so long. You want to try and finish this? Go ahead.
Rated R, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
I'm Peter Davidson, because before 11 a.m., I like to keep it toned down and simple, just like Taco Bell.
His attorney alleged was part of a, quote, witch hunt against Majors. This based on the report from weeks ago that other women had stepped forward against Majors in relation.
Oh, shit, other women stepped, damn.
Into this case. So again, if you were thinking there'd be some major conclusion today, unfortunately there was not. I knew so, that's why I didn't want to make too much of this first court date. What is interesting though is this motion that they have to work on over the next couple of weeks. I'm guessing that since it's a motion from the defense, that's the motion to dismiss the charges and or drop some of them, change the charges based on the evidence that they've already provided. And a lot of that said evidence has actually been provided to the public as well. Again, thanks to Jonathan Major's team. His lawyer and PR agent happened to be a wife and husband team, and he went ahead and released text messages and surveillance video from a club later that night that say proves he didn't assault anyone. The text messages coming from the alleged victim, and the surveillance video released from the club later the night after the incident was supposed to take place, again coming on behalf of his legal defense team, showing that there was no damage or harm done that night from Jonathan Majors. Now look, I saw the tape, you guys linked it to me a ton. Again, I didn't run it at the channel because I'm not sure what it proves. People can be in shock and or process a lot of trauma in different ways. I also don't think the text messages his team released happen to be the most endearing or rather clearing of evidence. When you read those text messages, and as a lot of other people,
so they showed it already on, probably on Twitter type shit,
pointed out in their
message or the video,
opinion, it sort of read like the typical domestic violence case where the victim blames themselves. Now again, none of us know the facts, that's why we have to leave speculation aside. If you were hoping some sort of great resolution would take place during his court date today, again, this just is not the way the legal process works. But the one company in all of this that has stuck by Jonathan Majors and has not terminated their connection to the actor just yet is Disney and Marvel, where he's playing a huge role. And I know there was a report from over the weekend, one of the industry insiders that we cover, that Marvel may be gearing up to recast the character. I think if they've waited this long, they can wait a little bit longer. It's been sort of argued whether or not his Victor Timely role in the upcoming Loki season 2 is huge. Some industry insiders have...
They want to say, like, they gonna recast him, man. Better, you know, man. Don't, you know, cause Loki season coming out this year, right? So it's gonna fuck it up.
Mentioned he only has a small role, shows up a couple of times.
Even though Jonathan Major is innocent, but I hope he is. But to me, you know, he innocent. He's not female to be. But yeah.
Another overarching villain. So it may be the case that if they are going to recast, they don't need to, and immediately. Again, they've waited this long, they might as well wait a little bit longer. And as I did in the last video when we covered this subject, it definitely calls into mind the Johnny Depp case, where everybody immediately assumed he must have been guilty of domestic violence against Amber Heard, and then we went to trial.
It's the same shit with Johnny Depp.
And everything came out. Incidentally, it was Disney then as well dropping him from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Perhaps they've learned about acting too hastily and want to wait and see this play out in the legal process. Unfortunately, the legal process takes forever. And that's why just 2 weeks ago, his huge movie in Magazine Dreams was absent from CinemaCon. But the fact that Disney didn't make a big deal about that at all, and that they have not terminated the actor yet, again, tells me that they're waiting. The thing with CinemaCon was that's where they showcase, where everyone really showcases their major movies for the year. And Searchlight, one of Disney's subsidiaries, has a huge movie of Jonathan Majors that has not been canceled yet, called Magazine Dreams, coming out at the end of the year. That was also expected to have a huge Oscar push for Best Actor. The problem is that the film features Jonathan Majors as a bodybuilder who occasionally flies off the handle. It's said that there's even one scene in the movie where a woman on a date with him feels so uncomfortable he leaves dinner. So unfortunately, the synchronicity of the subject matter, given what's going on in real life, I've said regardless of what happens, even if he's found not guilty, because of the incident, the alleged incident, it may be that this movie doesn't see the light of day this year anyway, but that doesn't mean that Disney and Marvel are necessarily going to drop or recast them. And as far as that recast applies to Loki Season 2, and as I've just mentioned, there are multiple reports out there. Guys, Loki Season 2 is almost certainly picture locked, and if they are still working on the CGI...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pretty much, they just probably working on CGI probably. But it's already locked in.
It's a lot of finishing touches. If there is going to be a recast for Kang the Conqueror in the MCU going forward, I do not think that they would recast Victor Timely in his small role, again said to be coming up in Loki Season 2. It's probable that even with the reshoots, they've picture locked that in quite some time ago. And it could be that these small scenes that he shot for Loki Season 2, as we saw him on the stage earlier, he's not really interacting with some of the major players, which would make a reshoot extremely, extremely easy. Remember, this is not set to come out until October or November. That's just according to rumors, and it's only May now. So if you needed to drag a different actor in a sound studio, do up the graphics. But if there's any real interaction in the scenes, it would be, well, very, very late in the game to try to get those reshots done now if they are going to cut and recast him. And now, considering the point of this video, which is the next court date isn't till June, well, then we're a whole nother month closer to when that's supposed to come out. So while Disney may be standing by the actor until they let the legal process play out, which I have given them kudos for and much appreciate, it's still going to be hard on them to recast if they need to for Loki Season 2. I would assume that recast would go down sometime after. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. And unfortunately, guys, if they do end up needing to recast this actor, who do you got? I know I'm going to see a lot of names. I saw a lot of names on the last video. I just certainly hope that everything plays out in the legal process and maybe we find out Jonathan Majors is not guilty of this.
Yeah.
In this day and age, who really knows? Let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are...
yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. Comment down below. Like it, sub, hit the bell, man.